confidence motion because the Prime Minister is going to be responding to this on the 10th. Remember the last time round a no confidence motion which was moved against this government. Rahul Gandhi's famous step was to walk up to the Prime Minister and hug him. This is something which the Congress Party's political strategists would very much want a repeat of in terms of Rahul Gandhi taking on the Prime Minister. As to Rahul Gandhi's next program, when he's expected to come to the AICC, he's been coming there on a daily basis because every state leaders have been meeting to chalk out the Lok Sabha 2024 strategy. So we are expecting him to come into AICC at around 3 p.m. today, and I'm sure at some point of time he would want to address the media or even make the point that truth has triumphed. Already INC Congress Party has already put out to the official Twitter handle by saying Satyameva Jayate. So this is the kind of political posturing. Congress and Rahul Gandhi will certainly see this as a win for themselves, a win for truth. All this also coincides with the resumption of Bharat Jodo Yatra 2.0. So these are going to be those timings which is going to be used by the Congress and by Rahul Gandhi to make a point of what they call victory against the BJP, the tyranny of the BJP, to use the words of the Congress Party.
All right, Ananya, our legal correspondent, is also joining us from the Supreme Court. Big decision today by the court. Give us what are the finer points the court also elucidated in its order. It did chide Mr. Gandhi for using such language which it found offensive, and that people in high public offices should not use such unsavory language. It was also very, very brutal, in my view, at the lower court granting the maximum punishment in this defamation case. It had some not so charitable words to describe that. Give us the rationale as to what has been outlined in the judgment today.
Well, definitely, Zaka, this was a big judgment coming in from the Supreme Court bench headed by Justice B.R. Gavai, very categorically noting that, a maximum punishment to Rahul Gandhi was given without giving proper reasoning for awarding that particular punishment of the maximum nature. And that's the reason, in fact, why the Supreme Court actually went on to say that though all of these courts, whether we talk of the High Court, the District Court, which had rejected Rahul Gandhi's appeal for stay on conviction, or it was the trial court which had awarded him that particular sentence, all of them spent, pages in writing these orders and rejecting them, but none of them discussed the particular reason why Rahul Gandhi has been extended this maximum punishment. Yes, Rahul Gandhi too has been reprimanded by the Supreme Court. It's been said that his statements were not in a good taste. However, this relief has now come in for Rahul Gandhi from the topmost court of the country. Very, very clearly, the legal team of Rahul Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi himself were eyeing the Supreme Court itself for a relief. They had been constantly saying, and in various press conferences we've heard from Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, that they were very hopeful for a favorable order from the Supreme Court, which now has come in. Now the next way forward is that just a letter would be sent to, in fact, the Lok Sabha Secretariat. The Lok Sabha Secretariat will then re-give the membership of the Parliament to Mr. Rahul Gandhi. It is an almost automatic process. Nothing extreme has to be done. Not even the Lok Sabha Speaker does not have to elucidate on something else. Just a simple order of reinstatement has to be passed. Nothing has to be examined now. Just the judge, it would be told to the Lok Sabha Speaker that this man's conviction has now been stayed and he should be reinstated as a member of the Parliament. Almost automatic orders to be passed on by the LS Speaker. Now, how much time will the Lok Sabha Speaker take to pass these orders is something that we'll have to wait and watch for, and also for Rahul Gandhi or the Congress Party to approach the Lok Sabha Speaker as well. What time would it take is something that we'll have to wait and watch for. But definitely big judgment coming in for Rahul Gandhi, big relief coming in, and in fact a little reprimand from the topmost court of the country, clearly saying that his statements were not in a good taste. Zaka.
All right. Let me also go across to Sherin, my colleague. I believe she's joining us from the AICC office. What is the mood there? And where is Mr. Gandhi? Has anyone heard from him? Is there any plan that he would come there and speak to workers or speak to the media? Clearly, this is a big political victory for him personally, as well as, of course, for the Congress Party. So where is he? And what is he telling his closest advisors? What are they telling you?
Well, Zaka, it's just a matter of 1 hour. At about 3 p.m., there is in fact a meeting that is going to happen where the Congress Tamil Nadu leaders will in fact be coming here. This is regarding the Lok Sabha strategy on a daily basis. In fact, in each state, there is in fact Lok Sabha strategy meeting that is happening in AICC office, and Rahul Gandhi was in fact very much present in all those meetings. So at 3 p.m., just a matter of 1 hour, when he will again be in fact coming to the AICC headquarters and will be meeting the supporters and leaders over here. Whether he'll be speaking to the media is, of course, we have to wait and watch for. But you can see on every nook and corner, there are in fact senior leaders who are in fact giving bites to the media. There are supporters who are gathered here in large number. KC Venugopal just half an hour back, while speaking to the media, said that they welcome the decision that has come from Supreme Court, and this is the fight of justice, and they have got justice. So I just want to ask my camera person to zoom in and show you there are Congress flags that are in fact doing the rounds here. There are sloganeering just moments ago that was in fact going on in support of Rahul Gandhi. So a matter of 1 hour from now, when about 3 p.m. Rahul Gandhi in fact will be coming to the AICC office, will be taking part in the Congress Tamil Nadu meeting that is going to be held at 3 p.m. Apart from that, 4 p.m. is when Abhishek Manu Singhvi will be doing a press conference. They are going to, of course, talk about what is the legal step, the next step, of course, when it comes to reinstating him as a member of parliament. What is going to be the steps that they will be taking? So at 4 p.m. is when the lawyer of Rahul Gandhi will be doing a press conference. But you can see there is a lot of upbeat mood at the Congress office that is in fact happening over here. Sloganeering, people are in fact
truth and justice has prevailed in Supreme Court. इस जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट के फैसले का हम स्वागत करते हैं, और दो शब्द की मैं टिप्पणी करना चाहूंगा: सत्य में जयते। अंत में जीत सच्चाई की ही होती है।
This August, Acer presents Acer Day. Enjoy big discounts, cashbacks, win laptops, monitors, and more. Acer Day, the biggest sale is here.
Tweeted Pallavi. Again, I'm coming back to, where are the Gandhis? Where is Rahul? Where is Priyanka? Where is Sonia Gandhi? And what is the plan in the Congress party? Because clearly, as Sharon was reporting from the AICC office, the mood there seems to be upbeat. But how are they going to make this politically stick, given that you have the no confidence debate coming up just in a few days, next week?
I think they knew that. I think they also know, Zaka, really what's going to be the result of the no confidence motion. But sometimes politics is also about posturing, and no matter what, I mean, you live each day. Politicians also live each day, and I think that's exactly what the Congress party would want to do. So, if there was one thing which was really bothering and something which the Congress leaders are very, very apprehensive about, is that what would be the political future of Rahul Gandhi. In private, Zaka, many were confident that we are going to get that relief coming in from Supreme Court, but you cannot predict court verdicts at all. So there was certainly a worry. And if you would have noticed a trend, which I'm sure you would have in the last month or so, suddenly you see the Congress party was actually going overboard in trying to project him as the leader of the Congress party, using the Bharat Jodo Yatra Part 1 as the peg. On an every daily basis, I remember we would see, and we get to see, for example, at least 4 to 5 reels, their campaigns projecting Rahul Gandhi as being the fearless leader. So what was their plan in place? In either of the both cases, they had a plan in place. Of course, if it's a win-win, which is what it is for them today, they're going to project himself as a leader, as the tweets keep on finding out, as someone whose truth or fight for truth can never ever be quashed. But on the
Honorable Speaker with the copy of the judgment.
We have, I believe, a tic-tac, a short interview with Shubrat Pathak, who's a BJP member of parliament. Let's play that out, and I'll go back to our reporters right after that. Yeah.
सर, क्या आपकी प्रतिक्रिया है आज राहुल गांधी? देखिए, अब मेरा माइक ऊपर कर रहा है। अरे तो आपने रखिए ना, पकड़िए आप, नीचे कर रहे हैं, माइक नीचे कर लो भाई।
Can we do it in decent way?
Yes.
थोड़ा आगे चलिए,
प्लीज
थोड़ा आगे चलिए। One by one, we will give mic to everyone. सर, आज जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑर्डर आया है, उस पर क्या प्रतिक्रिया देंगे? और आप
देखिए, 2019 में कांग्रेस के तत्कालीन अध्यक्ष श्रीमान राहुल गांधी ने कर्नाटक से बेंगलोर से 100 किलोमीटर दूर कोलार में एक जनसभा में ओबीसी समाज का बहुत बड़ा घटक मोदी नामधारी, मोदी सरनेमधारी, मोदी कास्ट, मोदी समाज, मोदी कम्युनिटी, इन सभी का अपमान किया था। उस समय हमने सूरत में ट्रायल कोर्ट में 2013 में ही
Oh, and get this. I'm going all the way to Canada for my higher studies, right? And still, this morning my mom asked me,
बच्चा, एयरपोर्ट पे खाने के लिए क्या बनाऊं?
and I was like, "Bacha." I just told her, "I'll eat at the airport lounge, mom." And then my dad goes,
पैसे तेरा बाप देगा?
to that, my Tao adds,
मैंने तो पहले ही बोला था जॉब बिगड़ जाएगा।
and then my sister.
देख लेना माँ, वहाँ जाके तने कॉल भी ना करेगा।
Now that hit my mom so bad.
ऐसा करेगा तू?
उस सजा के सामने सूरत के सेशन कोर्ट में कन्विक्शन स्टे के लिए याचिका दी गई थी। वहां भी उनकी कन्विक्शन स्टे नहीं हुआ। जो फैसला था हमारे पक्ष में आया। बाद में कन्विक्शन स्टे के लिए माननीय गुजरात की बड़ी अदालत हाईकोर्ट में भी कन्विक्शन स्टे के लिए उन्होंने याचिका फाइल की थी। गुजरात हाईकोर्ट ने भी कन्विक्शन स्टे नहीं किया। फैसला हमारी और आया। बाद में नामदार सुप्रीम कोर्ट में कन्विक्शन स्टे के लिए श्रीमान राहुल ने याचिका फाइल की थी। आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट में श्रीमान राहुल गांधी का कन्विक्शन स्टे किया गया है। इस कानूनी प्रक्रिया में हम इस सम्मानीय फैसले का स्वागत करते हैं और आने वाले दिन में जब अब सेशंस कोर्ट में ये मुकदमा हम चलने वाला है, वह हमारी ओर से, समाज की ओर से कानूनी जंग जो है वो लड़ी जाएगी। आज का जो भी कानूनी प्रक्रिया में जो भी सबजुडिस मैटर था, उस पे जो बात हुई है, इसके बारे में हमारा एडवोकेट श्री हर्षित टोलिया जी आपसे बात करेंगे।
Supreme Court has raised the issue that the trial court, why did the trial court give the maximum punishment? What do you have to say on that?
Court has said that the trial court has awarded the maximum punishment, but the sufficient reasons are not assigned to award the maximum punishment. That was the view of the Honorable Supreme Court. That's the decision of the Honorable Supreme Court in the order which is passed today. Leave is granted. And it is also stated that we are at liberty to request, both the parties are at liberty to request the first appellate court to expedite the appeal. So today, whatever the order is passed, that order we do respect and we do accept the same with the fullest respect. And this is the short issue on which today the order is passed.
What happens to the disqualification?
Disqualification, again, that would be an operation of law. So right now, I would not like to make any comment and let it be left to the discretion of the Parliament and under Section 8 of the Representation of People Act.
The Supreme Court, while granting a stay on this conviction, said that the trial court did not give any kind of a reasons for granting the maximum punishment, and I think that became the sole ground for granting this particular relief. How do you comment?
True, that's correct. That's the sole ground on which the order has been passed.
Court had also made certain observation that it was in bad taste, his statement. What do you have to say on that?
Court has observed that the statement was in a bad, no, it was not in a good taste, and he ought to have been more careful. That's what the Honorable Supreme Court has.
निशान उठाए हैं गुजरात सेशन कोर्ट पे ये कहते हुए कि 2 साल की सजा क्यों दी और आधार भी कोई नहीं बताएगा। इस पे आप क्या कहेंगे?
It's a question of law. The Supreme Court, ये तो यह लॉ की प्रक्रिया है और कायदा में जो भी लिखा हुआ है, भारतीय दंड संहिता में या फिर क्रिमिनल प्रोसीजर कोड में जहाँ पे जो लिखा हुआ है, उसका इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जो किया है, उसके आधार पे आज लीव ग्रांट की हुई है एंड द कन्विक्शन इज स्टेड.
सर सेशन कोर्ट में अब ये मामला अपील आप लोगों की पेंडिंग है, कितनी जल्दी आप लोग चाहेंगे कि उस पर फैसला हो?
वो तो कोर्ट पे डिपेंड करता है। हाई कोर्ट हैज ऑलरेडी एक्सपीडाइटेड द अपील। आज नामदार सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी बोला है कि वी आर एट लिबर्टी टू रिक्वेस्ट द कोर्ट फॉर एक्सपीडाइट हियरिंग ऑफ द अपील। तो मतलब द ऑर्डर इज ऑलरेडी पास्ड, सो we will take the call in the future at an appropriate stage, and ultimately it's all in the realm of the court. वो तो सेशंस कोर्ट को तय करना है कि केस कितना जल्दी सुनना है, कब सुनना है।
राहुल गांधी के वकील की तरफ से कहा गया है कि
माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट के अंतरिम निर्णय ने न्यायपालिका और न्याय व्यवस्था में आम जनमानस के विश्वास को और मजबूत किया है। सत्य की जीत हुई और सुप्रीम कोर्ट यानी के द्वारा दिए गए निर्णय के बाद जो मंदिर है सबसे बड़ा प्रजातंत्र का, संसद के गलियारों में
Supreme Court. So do you think that there will be more blockage now that he has to approach the speaker, he has to go to the secretary Lok Sabha?
How can it be? How? That's why I'm telling entire world is looking on speaker now. How much time is going to take? He disqualified him within 24 hours. Within 24 hours, he disqualified him from the Lok Sabha. Now we are, the country and the world is seeking how much time they're going to be. Our request to the speaker to take its action immediately.
Have you approached the speaker and the secretary?
I think our leader of the party is already approaching.
Will he be shifting to the new house? Okay. All right. So that was KC Venugopal speaking to CNN News 18.
All right, you heard from Purnesh Modi, the complainant in this case, his lawyer. You heard just moments ago from KC Venugopal, one of the closest confidants of Rahul Gandhi in the Congress party, also the organizing general secretary of the party. But clearly for the Congress party, for Mr. Rahul Gandhi, this is a big fillip. No doubt about it. Politically, it's a huge fillip, and so it is legally, because the court has also chided the lower court for ordering the maximum punishment, that of 2 years, in a defamation case. It did say, though, that people in high public offices like Mr. Gandhi should refrain from using such unsavory language. He had, of course, asked why all the people with the Modi surname happen to be thieves. This was, of course, at a campaign rally before the 2019 election in Kolar in Karnataka, which led to a 2-year sentence by the lower court, by a trial court in Gujarat, which was upheld by the Gujarat High Court. And now the Supreme Court of India, in a bench headed by Justice B.R. Gawai, has stayed the conviction, stayed the order. What this now means, it paves the way for Mr. Gandhi to approach the Lok Sabha Secretariat, the Speaker's office, and ask for him to be reinstated as a member of Parliament. Now, let me go back to Pallavi. You heard from KC Venugopal there a moment ago saying that Speaker's office, the Lok Sabha Secretariat, was in a hurry to disqualify Mr. Gandhi within 24 hours of the lower court order. He was disqualified as a member of Parliament. Will they show the same alacrity in reinstating his membership to Parliament? That's the question the Congress is asking. If the Speaker's office takes its own sweet time, says it needs further legal consultations, what is the Congress's strategy then?
See, so Jaka, there is a little procedure which is involved here. First of all, what happens is the speaker has to get that petition or appeal coming in on behalf of Rahul Gandhi that his membership should be reinstated. But it also has to be with a copy of the Supreme Court order. And that order, it also depends at what time it's going to be made available to to Rahul Gandhi and his entire legal team. Then the procedure, what they are telling us from the speaker's office is, then they have to go to a speaker's office. Then they're going to make that petition. And these things take a day or two time. Today is Friday already. We have the weekend here. So if the earliest reinstatement takes place, it can happen only on Monday or by Tuesday. So as far as the speaker's office is concerned, they're saying we don't do politics over it. We merely follow the procedure. In fact, the disqualification of Rahul Gandhi was also on the basis of a law which was passed, a procedure which was passed. But I guess they also understand that as political parties, the Congress party would want to do politics over it. I think the pressure will now start mounting that Rahul Rahul Gandhi should enter Parliament by Monday, and at least on the day of the no confidence motion to be taken up by the 8th, Rahul Gandhi should be present inside the Lok Sabha. That is something which is topmost priorities. In fact, at 4 o'clock when the press conference takes place by Abhishek Manu Singhvi as well as by Jairam Ramesh, I think these are the points which are going to be stressed upon. I'm just waiting to get some more word from my colleague Ananya whether that the court order has already been given formally over to a legal team, because then the next step will be taken approaching the Speaker's office with the plea that Rahul Gandhi should be reinstated as a member of Parliament.
I also want to go to Ananya because, what is the legal precedent here? Karti Chidambaram, I was speaking to him sometime back, and he says that there is the case of the Lakshadweep MP, who was also similarly disqualified basis a conviction. The conviction got stayed by the Supreme Court, and it is Karti Chidambaram's contention that he was automatically reinstated. So what is the legal precedent here when members of parliament and their conviction is stayed by a court of law? What happens to their membership? Ananya.
Well, Zaka, this is exactly very similar to what Mr. Karti Chidambaram was also saying. It's almost automatic. Only thing that has to be done is that the Congress office will now have to give a letter to, in fact, the Lok Sabha Speaker that, the Supreme Court has passed certain order, and this order copy has to be sent to the Lok Sabha Speaker, and automatically the Lok Sabha Speaker will pass an order that, the parliamentary membership is retained of Rahul Gandhi. It would be given it back to him. Nothing has to be examined. Nothing has to be seen by the Lok Sabha Speaker. Just formal orders have to be issued. Nothing has to be examined. Nobody has to be called upon. It's just that order has to be sent to the Lok Sabha Speaker, and immediate orders can be passed. So as soon as the Congress's legal team, as I believe, would receive this particular order copy, they will be going to the Lok Sabha Speaker. They will be filing a letter to the Lok Sabha Speaker along with a copy of this particular order, and would say that, see, this is the order that's been passed. The Supreme Court has stayed the conviction. Please retain our parliamentary membership, and then the same would be retained by the Lok Sabha Speaker itself. A formal order would be passed, and Rahul Gandhi would be back into the parliament. So this can happen quickly, but keeping in mind the weekends coming in, we might see that even the Supreme Court order sometimes takes time. But as we've seen, and not even a request for a dusty order was made, that means immediate order copy of that particular case was made by Mr. Singhvi. We might see that the orders might come in by evening, which is the general procedure at the Supreme Court, and they're usually uploaded to the Supreme Court website, and then the orders can be sent to the Lok Sabha Secretariat. Or what could have also been done is that a letter can be written to, in fact, the Lok Sabha Speaker that, the Supreme Court has passed this formal order in the open court, and a detailed order copy is to come out shortly, and then please retain a parliamentary membership, and then the order copy can be sent in later. But the clear strategy what the Congresses would be adopting is something that we will get to know when Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi actually addresses a press conference at 4:15. But definitely, out of these two methods, one of them would be obtained, and then parliamentary membership of Rahul Gandhi can be retained. Now, no bar is there. Nothing can actually stop Mr. Rahul Gandhi from getting back his parliamentary membership. It is just a formal order. It's just a procedure that has to be done by the Lok Sabha Speaker for Rahul Gandhi to actually come back to the parliament, and probably seeing the time at which this particular order was passed, it is very, very likely that on Monday Rahul could be back to the parliament itself. Zaka.
All right. Let's also play out, I believe, Ramesh Jethmalani, senior leader of the Congress party from Kerala. I believe Shirin, my colleague, has spoken to him. Let's listen into his reaction on this order.
With us, former opposition leader Ramesh Jethmalani here. Mr. Jethmalani, the Supreme Court has stayed the conviction of Rahul Gandhi. What is your first reaction?
The truth will prevail. The Supreme Court has given a very important question, that whether this kind of speech will be considered for the ultimate punishment of 2 years. That is the question which we were raising from the very first day. So the highest court of this country is convinced that the magistrate court of the Surat has crossed.
Now to Mahesh Jethmalani, Supreme Court lawyer, who is now joining us, member of Parliament. Mahesh, Zaka Jacob here. Your first reaction to the court today, the Supreme Court staying the conviction of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, in fact also chiding the lower court for awarding the maximum sentence in a defamation case. Your first reaction?
No, it didn't chide the lower court for giving the maximum sentence, but it chided the lower court. It said the lower court hasn't given reasons why the maximum sentence was awarded. The distinction between that. The maximum sentence, if justified properly with reasons, could have been applicable in the instant case, but because they found that the reasons given by the lower court were not adequate for imposing the maximum sentence.
What happens now? Congress leaders we've been speaking to are insistent that the Speaker will have to immediately, forthwith, restore Mr. Rahul Gandhi's membership of Parliament. Do you reckon that that process should be almost automatic now that the court has stayed his conviction?
Yeah, I don't think anybody should delay it anymore. I don't think so, because once there's a stay of conviction, I have respect to the Supreme Court decision. They should allow him to come back on the next parliamentary day if possible.
What is the legal precedent here? I believe there was the case of another member of parliament, I believe from Lakshadweep, who had a similar case. There was a conviction. The conviction was stayed, and then his membership was reinstated. So, what is the legal precedent here?
There is a legal precedent. I mean, you don't need a legal precedent for this kind of. If a stay of conviction is granted, then the effect of such a stay is that the disqualification ceases, at least for the time being, till the appeal is disposed of.
So, do you believe, politically speaking, Mahesh, now that you are wearing two hats, that the Congress and Mr. Rahul Gandhi would be keen to come back before the no confidence debate begins in the Lok Sabha next week and speak, if possible, in that debate?
Well, I can't speak for the Congress and Rahul Gandhi how keen they are to get him back to Parliament, but he's certainly entitled to get back at the earliest possible day that Parliament reconvenes. That's all I can say. But
I was asking that question more from the point of view that clearly the Prime Minister will speak in that no confidence debate. So would the Congress want to make this into a Rahul versus Modi contest again as the debate progresses in Parliament?
Well, I mean, I for one would welcome such a contest, if you can call it a contest at all.
Okay. All right. Mahesh Jethmalani, thank you very much for joining us. Senior Supreme Court lawyer and, of course, Member of Parliament, Mr. Mahesh Jethmalani, there with his thoughts on... all right. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, the leader of the Congress in the Lok Sabha, is speaking. Let's listen in.
आज हमारे देश की सर्वोच्च न्यायालय इस मुद्दे को संज्ञान लेते हुए राहुल गांधी जी को आज बड़ा राहत देने की फैसला की और इसी के चलते आज राहुल गांधी जी के खिलाफ जो बेबुनियाद तथ्यों पर साजिश किए गए थे वो आज विफल हो गए और इसी दरमियान हम स्पीकर साहब से मिले, सदन के अंदर ये बात उठाई कि हमारे नेता राहुल जी को फिर दोबारा सदन में आने की इजाजत दिया जाए। उनकी सदस्यता पद खारिज करने की जो मुद्दा था उसको रिवोक करते हुए राहुल गांधी जी की सदस्यता पद पुनर्वार उनको सौंपा जाए, क्योंकि वो सदन में आए और अपने बात रखे। हम चाहते हैं कि सरकार के खिलाफ जो अविश्वास प्रस्ताव हम लाए हैं उसी में राहुल गांधी जी खुद शिरकत करें और हिंदुस्तान की आम लोग ये सुने कि कैसे किस तरीके से राहुल गांधी जी के खिलाफ आज सत्तारूढ़ पार्टी ने निष्ठुर तरीके से साजिश रच रही है। सारे दुनिया को ये उजागर होना चाहिए। इसलिए सदन के अंदर बात रखे, स्पीकर साहब से मिली, अब चिट्ठी भी लिखूंगा और बीच में आके आप लोगों को सामने भी ये अवगत कराना चाहते हैं आप सबको कि राहुल गांधी जी की सदस्यता पद दोबारा उनको वापस दिया जाए। इसके लिए हम अपना गुहार लगा रहे हैं। सरकार और सदन सब मिलके ये सोचे कि राहुल गांधी जी की ये वापसी जल्द से जल्द हो। ये सदन की दीवारों में ये लिखा रहते कि हमारे संविधान में भी ये हम ये लिखा रहते कि सत्यमेव जयते। आज राहुल गांधी जी की ये राहत साबित कर दे रहे हैं, ये प्रतीत हो रहे हैं कि आज सत्य की जय दोबारा हुआ है। राहुल गांधी जी ये सत्य का प्रतीक है। राहुल गांधी जी की यह जीत सत्य की जीत है। और ये राहुल गांधी जी अगले तारीख ये साजिश के खिलाफ और ये सत्तारूढ़ पार्टी के खिलाफ आंधी बनकर उतरेंगे और हिंदुस्तान में एक नया दिशा दिखाते हुए ये सरकार को सत्ता से हटाने की हर संभव पहल शुरू किए जाएंगे। राहुल गांधी जी आ रहे हैं। मोदी जी आपको सावधानी बरतना चाहिए।
अभी मुलाकात हुई है?
हाँ, मुलाकात करके आ रहे हैं आपके पास। उनका ये कहना है कि जो कोर्ट से जो पेपर वगैरह है वो सारे जजमेंट आने दीजिए, मैं जरूर कार्रवाई करेंगे। और हम भी ये कहें कि देखिए ज्यादा देर ना करना, नजदीकी तो है सुप्रीम कोर्ट, ये कागजात जल्द से जल्द जरूर आ जाएंगे क्योंकि हमारी तरफ से भी तत्परता रहेगी। लेकिन इसमें सरकार की तरफ से टालने की बहुत सारे कोशिश किए जा सकते हैं। तो इसके लिए हम स्पीकर साहब से एक गुजारिश किए हैं हमारी पार्टी की तरफ से कि जल्द से जल्द अगर सारे कागजात आपके हवाले जब आ जाएंगे, आप इस पे निर्णय लेने में थोड़ा दिलचस्पी दिखाएंगे। यही हमारा आपसे उम्मीद भी।
एक मिनट मैं बोलना चाहूंगा। So far I'm neither here nor there. All of you know. हेलो, लेकिन ये
V for victory! V for victory!
All right, so there you heard from Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, the Congress leader in the Lok Sabha. He has just met with the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, Om Birla, and asked him to expedite this process forthwith. The Speaker has said that he's waiting for the detailed order of the Supreme Court. Once that order comes, Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary claims that the Speaker told him that he will proceed forthwith to reinstate Mr. Rahul Gandhi as Member of Parliament. So as we are getting these political reactions, if you're just joining us here on CNN News 18, a quick reminder of this big story. The Supreme Court of India has stayed the conviction of Congress leader Rahul Gandhi in the Modi Surname defamation case. Remember, a lower court in Gujarat more than 3 months ago had convicted Rahul Gandhi of defamation and sentenced him to 2 years in prison. That order was upheld subsequently by the Gujarat High Court. Today, over 3 months later, that order has been stayed. That conviction has been stayed by the Supreme Court of India, paving the way for Rahul Gandhi to be reinstated as Member of Parliament in the Lok Sabha. And the timing of it is quite interesting because if it does happen in the next few days, then it means that Rahul Gandhi will be able to come back to Parliament as early as next week and take part in the debate on the no confidence motion that has been moved by the Congress party against the Modi government. We'll take a quick break, but this story and everything else that's happened in India and around the world coming up right on the other side.
Whenever I had
And Rahul Gandhi's Modi surname defamation case has reached the apex court of the country. The Supreme Court at the moment is dictating the order in that very case on the remarks. Remember, Rahul Gandhi had earlier said that it's bizarre to ask me to apologize in the Modi surname case. Today, the Supreme Court has taken up the case that has reached the apex court at the moment. They are now dictating the order. Let's take this across to my colleague Pallavi Ghosh, who's joining us on the broadcast. Pallavi, this is the last-ditch attempt for Rahul Gandhi. We will get to know whether or not that entire conviction stays in this case. It's a big day for him. What are you learning that's coming out of the court?
In fact, we are waiting for the final order to come through, but my colleague Ananya Bhatnagar, who's very much inside the court, is awaiting, and he's giving us some information. And just to quote from what he has given, that basically, according to what he's reporting, is that the court has said that an appeal filed by the appellant is pending in the Sessions Court, and so far as the stake of conviction and sentencing is concerned, we have considered some factors. So we're just going to wait for what Ananya has to give us some more. But it's certainly going to be a very, very big day for Rahul Gandhi. His political future also hinges on this. Remember, consistently, Rahul Gandhi's lawyers have made the point that he never actually said anything against any community. He was talking specifically in the context of Lalit Modi and Nirav Modi, both of whom do not belong to the OBC community. And second, the punishment given out to him is in far excess of the so-called crime. If you remember the last hearing which took place in Supreme Court, Rahul Gandhi, through his lawyers, had clearly made the point, I am not going to be apologizing because I have not said or done anything wrong. What does it really mean? In case the conviction is scratched, he could be reinstated as a member of parliament. So far, no by-elections have been declared from his constituency of Wayanad, and therefore his political future hinges on this. In case his conviction is not scratched, then he can no longer contest elections for at least 6 years, which means at least for 6 years he doesn't enter parliament, and that will always be like a sword hanging over his political future.
Also, Pallavi, the Supreme Court had earlier made a remark that why was a maximum sentence in this particular case was given, because defamation really attracts a 2-year of maximum sentence, and that was slapped to Rahul Gandhi. All of that is being considered today. Of course, like you're mentioning, this is a big attempt and a big day for Rahul Gandhi. It's practically going to be defining his political future, and that there are constant deliberations that are coming out of the court. And from what our colleague Ananya has been reporting, what can we expect today?
So there's more information which is coming in, and this is okay, Supreme Court stays the conviction of Rahul Gandhi. That's the big news which is coming in. Ananya Bhatnagar has just got this news for us.
This is a big breaking news. Yes,
a huge relief for Rahul Gandhi.
All right, so we will just put this out for our viewers. Supreme Court. Welcome back. You're watching the breaking news show right here on CNN News 18, and we are continuing to cover what is a huge victory for the Congress party as the Supreme Court stays Rahul Gandhi's conviction in the Modi surname Remark Rao. We're going to take a deeper dive into the case, their details, and what the Supreme Court has had to say. But for now, let's check in on the mood in the ground. We're taking you first to Chennai in Tamil Nadu, where my colleague Purnima is on the ground. She'll tell us about the mood in the Congress offices there. Purnima, over to you. All right, we'll look to re-establish that connection with my colleague. We'll have reporters joining us both from Delhi and from Tamil Nadu and other parts of the country to understand how the Congress is marking this occasion. Remember, as we told you just a few minutes ago, the Supreme Court has stayed Rahul Gandhi's conviction. We're going to walk you through different reactions. Then in a little while, we'll talk you through what the legal implications, the political implications of this are. First, take a look at reactions coming in both from the Congress and, of course, the BJP. Take a look.
जो ऑर्डर कोर्ट ने पास किया, कोर्ट ने बेसिकली क्या है कि जो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव पीपल एक्ट का जो धारा 8 का जो सबसेक्शन 3 है, उसमें 2 साल का प्रोविजन है. यदि 2 साल से 1 दिन की भी सजा कम हो जाती है तो ये जो सेक्शन 8(3) सब सेक्शन अप्लाई नहीं होता है. और जब नहीं अप्लाई होता है, ट्रायल कोर्ट ने जो 2 साल की सजा दी है उसको उन्होंने डील नहीं किया. आखिर मैक्सिमम सजा 2 साल की क्यों दी है? क्योंकि जो 499 है उसमें जो सजा का प्रोविजन है वो 2 साल, फाइन या बोथ है. और इसमें जो 2 साल की सजा दी है, 2 साल की सजा में ट्रायल कोर्ट ने उसको जस्टिफाई नहीं किया है बेसिकली कि 2 साल की सजा आखिर क्यों दी गई है.
Sir, a very happy day for the Congress party as Supreme Court has passed an order in favor of Rahul Gandhi.
No, that's wonderful news, and I think Mr. Modi and Mr. Amit Shah are going to have a lot of sleepless nights. Mr. Modi is not going to come to Parliament, I'm sure now. Few days back, he came from outside, waved his hands and went off. It's a victory of, the truth. They have troubled Mr. Gandhi. They have done everything possible. And Mr. Gandhi has only shown grace. You saw the way he immediately vacated his house. He has never said an ill word against anybody. But I think the India Alliance now, it's a big victory for democracy. I would like to thank, there is justice in this country, and I would like to thank all the people who have supported. We very delighted with the judgment, with the Congress legal team, which also put it up. But most important, I think, is there's going to be sleepless nights for the NDA for sure, because Mr. Gandhi is back and stronger.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट में श्रीमान राहुल गांधी का कन्विक्शन स्टे किया गया है। इस कानूनी प्रक्रिया में हम इस सम्मानीय फैसले का स्वागत करते हैं और आने वाले दिन में जब अब सेशंस कोर्ट में ये मुकदमा हम चलने वाला है, वह हमारी ओर से, समाज की ओर से कानूनी जंग जो है वो लड़ी जाएगी।
Okay, let's check in on our reporters that are bringing us reports from around the country. First, right here in Delhi, my colleague Shireen, who's at the AICC headquarters. Shireen, obviously the next big question is how quickly Rahul Gandhi will be reinstated as the MP. But for now, let's stay with this news. What's the mood in the Congress headquarters right now?
Well, just moments from now, Rahul Gandhi is going to, in fact, come to the AICC headquarters. Now, for the past 2-3 days, there have, in fact, been Lok Sabha strategy meetings that has been going on. Yesterday, it was the Kerala Lok Sabha state Lok Sabha strategy meeting that was going on. Day before yesterday, it was Karnataka. In all these meetings, Rahul Gandhi was very much present. And today, it is the Tamil Nadu Congress committee, Pradesh committee, that is going to be here at 3 p.m. And Rahul Gandhi is going to attend that meeting. Now, I want to show you what the arrangements are being done right now is that because there are a lot of supporters who have gathered at the lawn of AICC headquarters, and the media is also in fact here in large number. The center part of the AICC headquarters where Rahul Gandhi will be coming is being cleared out. The security is in fact beefed up. So clearly there is going to be a lot of celebration the moment he comes from 10 Janpath. Right now, because he was disqualified as an MP, he had to, in fact, vacate his residence, and then he moved to 10 Janpath at Sonia Gandhi's residence. So from there, he will, in fact, be coming here any moment. The mood here is absolutely celebratory. We are seeing that the sweets were being distributed. The flags of Congress party is, in fact, doing the waves here. And a lot of Congress spokespersons and MPs have, in fact, reached over here. But all of them are, in fact, a bit reluctant to speak because they all want Abhishek Manu Singhvi to first, in fact, talk about the legal aspect of as far as the case is concerned, and after that the Lok Sabha, the other spokesperson will in fact be speaking. Now, what we are getting to know here is that the moment the order copy will be received by the legal team of Rahul Gandhi, they will in fact be approaching the speaker, and accordingly they will be wanting a reinstatement of Rahul Gandhi as the member of parliament. Now, when we spoke to a number of senior leaders here, all of them has been saying that the disqualification of Rahul Gandhi took 24 hours. In mere 24 hours, he was disqualified. Now we have to see how much time will it be taken by the speaker to reinstate Rahul Gandhi, and the world is watching is what the claim of the Congress party is coming here at the moment. So very celebratory mood over here in AICC headquarters. 3 p.m. is when Rahul Gandhi will be coming to the AICC headquarters. 4 p.m. is when Abhishek Manu Singhvi will be addressing the press conference. Back to you.
Shireen, tell our audiences, you said right now that people at the AICC headquarters are still hesitant to comment. They're waiting for Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who is also obviously a senior lawyer, apart from being a Congress leader, to come and clarify some details of the order. Can you tell our audiences what parts they are?
Well, when it comes to the technical areas, it has in fact been told by the senior leaders to all the spokesperson that don't touch the legal technical part because it's a matter of, it's a matter sub judice, and it is in fact was in front of Supreme Court, and the trial is in fact also happening in the Gujarat High Court and Session High Court. So clearly it is a matter of a very sensitive matter, and hence the legal technical terms or that part should not in fact be discussed is what has been told by the senior leaders. Apart from that, when we talk about the BJP, the politics, the spokespersons are of course talking. The legal part is of course what is going to be the next move. When are they going to approach the speaker? And most crucial part is the Wayanad seat. What is going to be the future of the Wayanad seat? When is Rahul Gandhi going to attend? Because in this, when all this case was in fact happening, when he was disqualified, not once he went to Wayanad. So whether now that is going to happen, when is the reinstatement of Rahul Gandhi going to happen? Because a number of leaders here has been saying that this is happening at the right time, because they expect that by Monday he will be reinstated to the parliament and he might be able to speak during the no confidence motion discussion. So that is of course the hope of the leaders here at the Congress party. We have to of course see whether the process will move as fast as possible, and whether, like the leaders here has been hoping, that by Monday Rahul Gandhi will be reinstated in parliament, whether that will happen or not. But once again, I want to just show you the atmosphere here is celebratory. The slogans are being raised. Any moment from now, from 10 Janpad, Rahul Gandhi will in fact be coming towards the AICC headquarters for the Tamil Nadu Congress meeting. But all the supporters and the leaders are in fact waiting to support Rahul Gandhi over here at AICC headquarters.
We can hear some of those slogans in the background, Shireen. That's my colleague Shireen Elizabeth with us from the AICC headquarters. A battery of reporters are on the ground bringing you updates from across the country. How is the Congress receiving this very exciting news for their party? We'll continue to bring you updates. Right now, that's all that we have for you. We'll see you after this short break. We're continuing to keep an eye on these developments.
Of Rahul Gandhi, it's a big relief for Rahul Gandhi in the Modi surname defamation case is concerned. What has happened is the Supreme Court has decided to stay the conviction of Rahul Gandhi. So that disqualification from the parliament also now can be taken away. And there you have it. The maximum sentence was given by a Surat court, which is now being stayed by the apex court of the country. Supreme Court there staying the conviction of Rahul Gandhi. Big relief for the Congress leader. Remember, this afternoon is when the Supreme Court had started hearing the Rahul Gandhi case, where it was
Hold up.
Rahul Gandhi was disqualified as an MP for his comments that were linked to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Remember, he had made those comments while he was in Gujarat 2 years ago in 2019, in fact. And that defamation case was filed from, I believe, in Bihar. And that's where, in Gujarat, and that's how the case really reached the Surat courts. And after no...
Initially onwards, that this is the maximum punishment to disqualify Rahul Gandhi from the Lok Sabha. Entire episode was started when Rahul Gandhi speak about Adani-Modi relations in Parliament. Now, Supreme Court also, I think, in the interim judgment, granting stay, conviction stay, they also telling that this maximum punishment is actually something to disqualify.
Are you happy with that order, sir?
Definitely, you know that we are believing the legal procedure of this higher system. What we got from Gujarat, this is totally a different verdict.
सर सुप्रीम कोर्ट की ओर से आज जो राहत मिली है राहुल गांधी को, लंबे समय से कांग्रेस पार्टी मांग कर रही थी, क्या कहना है सर आज जो ये वर्डिक्ट आया है सुप्रीम कोर्ट का?
We will, our spokesperson will give details. Don't worry. First reaction is already we are welcoming this decision of stay of conviction.
Thank you so much. All right, so that was the first reaction from...
My colleague Ananya is now joining us live from outside the court premises. Ananya, there's a big piece of news for Rahul Gandhi and the supporters of Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party. Next step is that he's going to be reinstated in the parliament. But right for now, the apex court staying that conviction of Rahul Gandhi that was held by all the other courts, the Gujarat High Court and before that, the Surat Court. Just take us through all of that that has happened inside the apex court today.
Well, definitely the Supreme Court had heard this matter for a long time today. Hello and welcome to CNN News 18 with me, Ayushman Singh Jamwal. Breaking news coming in when it comes to the Gyanvapi legal tussle, ladies and gentlemen. The hearing has begun in the Supreme Court. The matter is being heard by a bench headed by Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud. The Chief Justice of India says that it's an interlocutory order. Why should any interference happen at this stage? The Chief Justice of India has said every interlocutory order cannot be challenged on the same ground. Now, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta is now taking the court through how the survey would be conducted. Remember, the Archaeological Survey of India has said there will be no excavation, and scientific technology and scientific methods will be used to focus on what is the character of the entire site. There will not be any excavation which could damage the Gyanvapi complex. This was a concern that was raised by the Muslim side, but the ASI has made it clear in a sworn affidavit to the court.
Oh, and get this. I'm going all the way to Canada for my higher studies, right? And still, this morning my mom asked me,
बच्चा एयरपोर्ट पे खाने के लिए क्या बनाऊं?
and I was like, Bacha. I just told her, I'll eat at the airport lounge, mom. And then my dad goes,
पीछे तेरा बाप देगा?
to that, my Tao adds,
मैंने तो पहले ही बोला था, जॉब बिगड़ जाएगा.
and then my sister.
देख लेना माँ.
Ahmadi is trying to make every argument possible to in fact say this particular survey, but the Supreme Court does not seem very inclined to do so today. It is saying that,